Yes then YouTube, we are back with another video on the Wolf of an Aston Villa podcast, brought to you by myself, Connor Wolf. If you are new around here, please drop this video a like, drop a comment down below. I do reply to every single comment, especially if you're agreeing or disagreeing. I like to have a good chat with you, and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I am very proudly sponsored by Luke Roper, so if you do check out Luke Roper's website, luke1977.com, link is down in the description below to his website. Use the code WOLF20 for 20% off your whole order. That would mean the world to me. So today is another player that we are linked with, and we've actually been linked with him heavily this summer, and that is Ferran Torres. And news has broken today or yesterday as you are watching this video that Aston Villa continue to push to sign Ferran Torres. Unai Emery endorses him, which means like he wants him and he would happily have him. Although he is clear that the operation is extremely complicated. The player doesn't want to leave. Now this is a bit of an issue in terms of the player doesn't want to leave. So a bit of a breakdown of what is happening. Barcelona are pretty messed up not pretty messed up, they are royally messed up financially. They need to sell players in order to register new players into the team that they have brought. And Ferran Torres is a player that they do want to offload. So because of this, I've got a feeling this is a transfer that will probably happen towards the end of the window, especially as Barcelona lower the fee that is required. And Ferran Torres needs to be honest with himself. Like, he is a Spanish international and stuff like that. If Barcelona want him out and they're not going to use him and they're not going to play him, probably out of spite, because Barcelona are that type of club. They do act very much like a big club where they're like, well, we don't want you, so we're not going to play you, right? So Ferran Torres probably needs to take his own career in his own hands and think, well, if I'm not going to play here at Barcelona and it is going to mess up my chances in the national team, I probably do need to move. And where better to move than the Premier League, and of course under a Spanish manager like Unai Emery. So I think the rumoured fee, if we were to sign him, is anywhere between 20 and 30 million pounds, which I think is about 35-40 million euros. I think there is definitely an option this year, though, to take him on a one-year loan. Kind of like a João Felix type vibe, where we get him for the year, we assess, and also the player and Barcelona can then sort their finances out that way as well. Because if he does come on loan and we take all of his wages, which I presume we would if we were to get him on loan, that would then free up some more wiggle room for Barcelona to get him in, get the new players in that they are looking at, and get Ferran Torres out. Now, in terms of Ferran Torres' stats, I didn't realise how good his stats actually were. So we joined La Liga in, I can't remember when it was it 19, 20, 21, 22? Whenever it was when he joined Barcelona. So he did mainly play on the right in the 19-20 season. 34 appearances, 26 starts, 4 goals, 5 assists. So that's not that good in terms of 9 goals and assists in 26 starts. Not that great. But in the 21-22 season, he really did have a good season in terms of he was only playing for half of it. 17 starts, 4 goals, 4 assists. So 18 goals and assists in 17 games. That's really high numbers. And then last season, he played very much on the right and the left. He was kind of like either he'd play on the left or the right. I personally think Ferran Torres' best position for us would almost be that second striker role or the right winger role. I think he could do either role very well, especially depending on, of course, where we play DRB. I've got a feeling we're going to play DRB in the second striker role. I don't know why, I've just got this little feeling that I feel like that's where he's going to be used. And then I feel like the right midfielder position, where we've been playing Jade and Philogene in pre-season, I've got a feeling to start the season off, McGinn's going to play there. But I think that's the position that he's up for grabs. 14 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists. So he pretty much gets a goal or an assist in every other game, which is very high level. And I think we really do need it. Like I've been saying in a lot of the recent podcasts that I've been doing, I'm a firm believer that Unai Emery is going to use 4 attackers this season. I think with what I'm seeing in pre-season, and one thing I would say though is, I think one of the attackers is going to be a midfielder. So whether it be like a Ramsey, a McGinn, or like a Buendia, I feel like that's the type of player that will play, and then we'll play with 3 other predominantly out and out attackers. So obviously Watkins will start every game. Our number 9, our best striker, the one that scores our goals. And I feel like Diaby is an absolute shoe-in to play probably in that second striker role or the right winger role, depending on who we're playing and certain formations that our opponents will be playing. So I really do feel like there is another place up for grabs. He is very young, Ferran Torres, as well. I think he's only 23, so there is massive room for growth. And we've been linked to him all window, really. I feel like it's one of them that we definitely do want him. And as soon as Ferran Torres says yes, in terms of he goes, yeah, Barcelona don't want me, I kind of need to move and get out. Which he might not, because he has categorically said he wants to stay at Barcelona, but surely there comes a point where the player then has to think to himself, well, yeah, if I'm not going to get a game here at Barcelona, then what am I actually doing in terms of why would I stay here? Like I said earlier on in the video, he needs to think about the national team. If he's not playing for Barcelona, he won't get in the Spanish team really. He won't probably get in the Spanish squad. Whereas if he comes to Villa, playing under the Spanish manager of Unai Emery, obviously speaking the language, Monchi, the director of football, or whatever the hell his title is, president of football operations, I think his title is. So there is a lot of Spanish contingent here. I am actually surprised that we haven't brought more Spanish players yet. Of course, the only Spanish player that we have brought so far is Moreno and Pau Torres. I thought we'd probably go for more. Although, if Nico Williams has said yes for us, we would have had Nico Williams instead of Diaby. And I think, actually, it's funny how it goes. I actually do think Diaby is a better fit for us than Nico Williams. But Ferran Torres is the one for me that I've always felt, if it happens, and I've got a feeling it will happen. I really do. I think a lot of people have talked about it. The Athletic, John Percy, Marca, is it Marca or Marca in Spain? They're very reliable for Barcelona news. So we obviously do want him. And I feel like if Ferran Torres is then going to have that realisation that, yeah, I need to leave Barcelona, I think he'll come to us. I really do. Playing under Unai Emery, he knows he's going to play every week. Playing in Europe, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. So yes then, YouTube, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? Do you think Ferran Torres will be a good signing or not? Would you do it for the 20 or 30 million? Also, is there a little bit of a part of you that goes, well, if he doesn't want to come here, do we really want to sign him? Because I totally get that standpoint, but I also get the standpoint of, but he is waiting to see if Barcelona will actually just say, now we'll keep him. Because I really feel like there is a bit of a cat and mouse going on. Barcelona 100% want to sell him. They do. They 100% want to sell him. But if Barcelona do sell other players, is it then going to get towards the end of the window and then they don't actually have to sell Ferran Torres? And at that point, Ferran Torres is a done deal. He will not leave, right? Because he's already said he won't want to leave. So maybe it's one of them that is a bit of a cat and mouse. But in my opinion, hand on heart, I think we will sign him. That is my hand on heart. By the end of the window, August 31st, I think he will be an Aston Villa player. So yeah, YouTube, let me know down in the comment section down below. Do you agree or disagree with that? Because do you even want another attacker? In my opinion, I would want another attacker, because with the amount of games we're going to play this season, I feel like you can never actually have too many attackers. But I know a lot of you people probably would think there are other positions are a more pressing point. For example, I think the right back position and especially the backup goalkeeper. I'm not going to slag off Robin Olsen on a podcast or anything, but he's just not good enough for the way we want to play as a second goalkeeper. And I think he might actually play a lot of football for us, that second goalkeeper role. So maybe them positions do need sorting out. But in my opinion, Ferran Torres will probably sign by August 31st. So thank you for watching. Drop a like on the video for me. Drop a comment down below. And hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love of the Villa.